Why do we have to support Israel? What have they done for us? Same with Ukraine. What have they done for us? The amount of brainwashing I see is astounding on all sides. I used to support Israel because I didn't understand that nationwide the media and even the churches have been pounding it into our heads that Israel is and are God's people. It wasn't until I did some research and found out that they think they are. But other religions don't think the same. They don't think they're God's people. Neither does the non-religious either, the atheists. So why do we have to honor this? For decades, I have watched atheists protest to remove religion out of schools, government, and the like. This is fine by me. Religion should be something that is practiced at home, a personal thing. The reasoning is it could get too much power by a majority using bias for gain. For the longest time, I was against Thomas Jefferson and his letter to Congress that he copied in the letter to the Dadbury Baptists, suggesting the separation of church and state. His reasoning was about celebrating British traditions, which were Catholic and at that time offended a lot of the Republic, as they were trying to get out of British control. Religion. Perhaps he was trying to say religion was being used for control and that should not happen. So I get it. Since it was a letter, it never made it into Congress as law. But it is being touted as law, just like the word democracy is being pushed, when in reality the Constitution says we are a republic. Not Republicans, but a republic. And keep in mind, I am not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I used to be a Republican until I learned that they no longer represent my values. Neither does the Democrats. This is because I believe they both work hand in hand to destroy my values and freedom. I do not believe they care about freedom of speech, as we witnessed with the execution of TikTok. They never seemed to agree on anything, but within one day of the Anti-Defamation League request, they all unanimously came together and passed an anti-Semitic law. This is religion being used to justify a law. Don't you think? There is no wisdom here. If I want to hate a country for murdering women and children, I should be able to hate the country. Hate speech is control and power, so that we cannot speak against those that commit genocide. Now you know why they pushed this so hard. I don't care what people want to believe in, nor do I want to convert them to my own belief system. You be you, I'll be me. There is wisdom there, don't you think? We have watched a religion destroy nations for thousands of years over a religious belief system. Well, that has to stop. Last night, I was debating a person about the Bible. They stood their ground, and I admire that. But I just didn't agree with their ideology. Not because it didn't make sense, but because I saw a control mechanism, like hate speech. And since I have a fascination with mind control, I realized whatever I said with reason or justification, their belief system and conditioning overpowers my opinion. I decided long ago to escape those walls of religion, especially now since Israel is making use of social media, conditioning for their own genocide. TikTok is censoring pro-Palestine and pushing pro-Israel. I'm seeing it. Aren't you? This is the reason for the TikTok ban. The government lost its power for a moment as the people started seeing the real truth for the first time. A moment of clarity, which I hope made enough of an impact for our current time to evaluate if our opinions have been truly altered. Since K-12 has been the main contributor, It will be hard to convince the next batch of kids who didn't see the window of opportunity. Israel used to be part of the Ottoman Empire, known as Palestine. After World War I, the empire lost, and Palestine was one of those states. The Rothschilds purchased the land and started a religious movement of control known as the State of Israel. The Palestinians fought hard to keep their land, but Israel eventually overpowered them. They were then placed in a temporary hold in Gaza, until recently, where Israel decided